Hello friends, my name is Srinivas and I welcome you to my channel Coding Skills. As part of this video, we will learn about database metadata along with some programmatic implementation. So what exactly is database metadata? It is an interface which is provided by the JDBC, which will allow us to retrieve metadata information about the database to which we are connecting. So such as like we can retrieve the database properties, tables, columns, and many more. So let's see how we can implement the same using a simple JDBC program. So these are the 4 required import statements: connection, database metadata, driver manager, SQL exception. All these are from the same package, SQL package. So once we have all the import statements are added, so we need to have the JDBC driver, username, and password in order to establish a connection to the respective database. In this example, I am connecting to Postgres database. Hence, you will see the driver class referring to it. JDBC colon PostgreSQL colon localhost colon port number 5432, and this is the database name within the Postgres. So localhost is like right now I'm running this program in my local machine. Hence, the database server name is localhost. Suppose if you are trying to connect to a database which is running in different machine, or it can be a network, so then you should use that particular machine name or the IP address. And 5432 is the default port number for Postgres database. If you are trying to connect to a different database, please use the respective JDBC URL. Once we have all this information is handy, it's time to open a connection. So here I am trying to open a connection. Connection equal to driver manager.get connection, JDBC URL, and the username and password. This complete line is going to establish a connection. So if you observe here, this complete line have wrapped inside a try. So this way of using is called try with resource. So this is introduced as part of Java 7. I just thought of coding with the different way of implementation, so that you will be able to know how we can use the different way of implementations. So if you don't want to use with the try resources, you need to just cut and paste it inside this curly braces. So once you have the connection established as expected, you need to get the metadata. So you need to declare a database metadata object. From the connection object, there is a specific method, get metadata. This is going to give us all the metadata information associated to that particular database. Once if this particular object is retrieved from the database, it's time to display all the information, whatever it is handy with us. So here I'm displaying some of the information: database product name, database product version, driver name, driver version. All these are directly available under the database metadata object. So there are some information which are available under the metadata as well. So for example, I would like to see all the database tables which are available under the same metadata. So for that, what we have to do, we need to have a catalog information and the schema pattern, table name pattern, and the types. So if you observe all these 4 very well, so first two, catalog and schema pattern, both are default I have assigned as null. And the table pattern is right now I have used a percentage, which indicates that retrieve all the database tables which are available in this particular database. Suppose if you have any specific restriction, you can use the wildcard characters accordingly. And the string types is a string array. So right now I'm trying to fetch all the tables which are available in that database. Suppose if you want to fetch all the functions, procedures, different thing, you need to use all those values accordingly. Once you have all this information is handy, now database metadata, get tables, there is a predefined method. For that, you need to supply catalog, schema pattern, and table name pattern, and the types. This is going to give us all the tables which is of type where. Here I am using a simple while loop to iterate all the records. So tables.next. So for each and every row, it's going to repeat this information string table name, tables dot get string. So there is a table name. So as and when the statement gets executed, it is going to give us the underlying table which is there in the database. Once we have the table name handy, I'm just printing the name of the table what we have retrieved. Once we are done with the complete iteration of the while loop, I'm simply closing the connection. And this is the catch block which is used for the complete try block. If something goes wrong as part of this execution of the program, this catch block is going to take care. In my previous example, I have used a finally block here to close all the connections. But in this example, I could not use that finally block. The reason is I have opened a connection inside the try block as a try with resource. Hence, I will not be having a connection object outside of the try block. Hence, I am closing directly my connection within the try block itself. So we don't need to have a finary block in this case. So let's see how we can execute the program. And so name of the product name Postgres and the product version 9.6.2 and the driver name is and the driver version. So all the database tables. So right now it is displaying 3 tables: book, person, student. Let's switch to the database. I'm refreshing here. You can see that book, person, student. Let's add one more new table. Library and the columns. Library number will be numeric data type. And I want it to have primary key. Add one more column. Library name, character varying, length 30 characters. So right now in my database I have 4 tables, right? Let's go back to Java program, rerun. Now we should see 4 tables. So this is the library is a new table added, right? We could see all the 4 tables. As I mentioned earlier, this is the wildcard character to pull all the tables names, right? So let's say I wanted to retrieve only the tables which starts with B. I'm saying the program rerunning. So we should see only one table book, because all these parameters whatever we manipulate here, that is being passed to the get tables, which is being executed based on the filters. I'm running again to bring it back to the previous stage. Please like the video. In case if you are looking for any specific program, please do let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to make the video as early as possible for you. Thank you very much.